welcome to Mad Dog. I'll take it from here.
Oh, you take it away,
take
man.
it from here.
No, you take her away.
Welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. I'll be Mad Dog. This is Mr. Merrill. We got Fast Freddy on the keyboards. We are at the George W. Brown Jr. Ojibwa Museum and Cultural Center. And we're going to have a great time today. Happy holidays, folks. Great holiday meal coming your way right after this.
Oh, yes.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by Modern Home Products, the makers of MHP, Phoenix, and Profire Grills, Cherry Delight, Native American Tourism of Wisconsin, Awesome Shrimp and Seafood, Healthy Homegrown Wisconsin Potatoes, No Name Butcher Quality Meats, Sundrop Soda, The Oneida Nation, Glorious Malone Fine Sausage, Henning's Award-Winning Cheese, Golden Home Ultra Thin Pizza Crusts, and by Lashbro Aerial Images.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. How many went to Grandma and Grandpa's house during the holiday season? Wasn't it always a tradition?
Yeah, it was a tradition.
That's where I first met Merrill, by the way.
That's right.
My first cousin by marriage at the
Yes.
Paul household for
Yes.
holiday season. There was Benjamin Franklin sitting in the corner.
Sipping on some eggnog.
Some spiked eggnog, and there was Merrill. That was Merrill.
All by myself with the eggnog bowl right
Yeah.
beside me. That was it.
And,
Didn't know anybody, but I had a good time.
Well into 30 plus years later, here's Mad Dog
Yes.
and Merrill. Here's Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We'd like to invite you to go. This is the holiday show.
It
Part
is.
one. If you didn't miss it, if you missed it last week, go online at maddogandmerrill.com. Maddogandmerrill.com. We always air our shows online there. You can take a little gander if you'd like to, if you would, please. But this is the part two of our holiday show. Now, we also invite you to natow.org, NATOW.org. And we're going to do a little indigenous cooking. I've got some beautiful catfish in front of me. Merrill's going to be doing some nice little hot apple cider.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and we got some other great things that you might want to do for the holidays, or maybe you have your own traditions. That's what it's all about. But this is our holiday tradition. Beautiful cultural center.
That's beautiful.
It goes by the seasons. It goes by the seasons here.
It does, and you can go from each one, and
Spring, summer, fall, and winter around the corner, and on the outside ring are all the different beautiful cultural things like
boy.
hunting and fishing, and just the longhouse situations and communities and stuff like that of the Native Americans of Wisconsin. That's great.
That's just unbelievable here with the pictures and the history. I mean, so much history here.
Yeah.
It's just.
it's the largest collection of totems I've ever seen. Did you realize
It really is, isn't it?
I went from each one of these different displays, and each time you turn around, they've got another
There's
totem.
there's something or someone looking at you in that totem pole.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do a little
luck.
catfish.
All right, I love catfish,
I love
man.
catfish too. And we got this is the spring scene here. There's a beautiful cast iron kettle right there, and that's for the maple syrup. So this is the maple shack right here, if you will, and sugar bush.
Yep.
Thank you.
You got
So
it.
we're gonna take our catfish fillets, and I'm gonna dip those in a little bit of milk. So we'll do two at a time here. We're gonna dip those in a little bit of milk. I probably should have a glove or two on here, but that's just life. It's too late now. So we have cornmeal and we have flour. Now, if we wanted to go one step further, that's yellow corn. This is beautiful Native American white corn. It's a staple for a lot of the communities. So that's white corn. So we'll add it to our yellow corn there. So we have the white, the yellow, the flour. And we're going to mix that together to make our little...
Base there. Oh, isn't that good therapy?
It is. We're going to add a little bit of our citrus twist. and on top of there, I'm going to add a little bit of sage in there. Let's see if we can't get that out of that package. There we go. Very, very potent. Very earthly.
Very
Do
important.
some nice little thyme.
We've always got a little time.
Always got a little time.
Catfish is one of those fish that a lot of people never tried. I just love it. I really, really do.
What's that?
Catfish.
Oh, catfish is wonderful. Yeah. This is farm raised. We used to grow a lot of ice fish. Did you ever do ice fishing, Freddie?
No, but I've seen a lot of people.
You've seen a lot of people out fishing. That's enough for Freddie.
Man, you get around.
Well, we had a group of guys. We'd actually come up to this neck of the woods and a little bit further north in Wisconsin, and we were the ones that didn't have that gas auger.
Yeah, I know.
We spent half the
Oh,
day doing this through about
man.
12 inches of ice, and let me tell you, it was a work of art.
No.
We were a work of art at
Yeah.
the time. We're gonna have a nice, beautiful cast iron skillet here, and I'm gonna take just a drizzling of oil because we're not gonna fry these, but we're gonna pan fry them. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil just so we have a coating of oil on the bottom. Not that I didn't already season that pan, it is seasoned with oil. And we're just gonna do a little dredging, like I did when I said I had to meet Freddie and Merrill.
There you go.
And those are just beautifully
Nice
coated.
coat there,
Yeah,
sir.
those are gonna be great.
Wow.
These are the coated many
nice.
colors too. We got yellow, we got orange. And
Oh, boy, this too would pan fry those babies.
oh, I know, just to pan fry them.
Oh.
Freddie's not a lover of, you like fish.
Yeah, I do,
Yeah,
but I'm not a fisherman.
you're not a fisherman.
No, and you asked about ice fishing. I came to realization I don't need to ice fish because Kathy lets me drink at home.
That's very true. You know, my brother-in-law asked me, how come we don't go fishing? Why do you think we went fishing all the time? That's because we wanted to drink. That's all what it was.
So we're gonna take our beautiful catfish. We're gonna put this on the MHP grill outside, and we'll show you that in a minute or two.
It's gonna be
On
good.
just a low heat underneath, and I'm gonna brown them up for about 4, 5, 8, 10 minutes on both sides. Doesn't take very long for fish on the grill. Don't overcook the fish, that's for sure.
You know, everybody has different traditions, but there's nothing like warm apple cider.
I love it.
You know, I mean, and there's so many different ways that you can make it. Definitely cheated today, that's for sure, because this is all store-bought.
Yep.
But anyway, we're
But
going
they
to
used to press their own apples. They got apple presses, man. They made their own
That's
cider
right.
like you wouldn't believe.
We're going to make this, and we're going to heat this up too, which will be really, 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 really good.
But that's just
But
like
that-
Freddie's ice fishing, his apple cider. You can buy it at the store.
Well, yeah. Of course, you can add different things so the apple cider besides the mint that I'm adding here too, if you'd like to. But we're going to add some tea in here.
It's a nice cold brewed tea. That's a good idea.
That gives it a really nice different flavor.
Yep.
But something doesn't come out there where it ends up being really sweet at all. Flavoring today, which I really like, is mint. You know, plenty of mint is very, very important. Okay, we're going to place that in there. I just love it. Placing the whole thing of mint.
Yep, why not, right?
We got some cinnamon sticks.
Snap them. Ooh.
I'm eating the muscles today.
What's that, the cinnamon in your knuckles?
That's my knees, man. Okay, nutmeg. Fresh nutmeg is very good. You could grate it if you want to. You could put it in a hole. I'm just placing that in a hole. And then I'm going to place that.
So there's a little honey in there?
Oh, gosh, I forgot the honey.
Just to sweeten that baby up.
Yeah, gosh darn, it's a good thing. Boy, I could smell it already, can't you?
Yeah,
though?
that fresh
That's
mint
just
is
nice.
phenomenal.
Cover that up. Set that on the stove or on top of your a wood fire out there. Just let it simmer. Oh, matter of fact, as if you'd like, with 40 to 45 minutes. And it's just delicious.
Well,
and serve
we mull this over. You mull over these commercials, and we'll be right back.
Sounds like a plan to me. Thank you, Mr. Freddie Byer. Welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'.
NATOW.org, and don't forget to visit all 11 tribes. That's your goal this coming year. This winter, when you have nothing else to do and you're with your family and friends, go and do some winter sports. That's what it's all about. The casinos are pretty much all open, so you can visit them and spend a little bit of money. You can go to the different stores within the reservations and stuff. You can come to the cultural centers. There's a lot of great things to do in the wintertime throughout the whole state of Wisconsin. Please do so.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Well, you know what? One of the main, trapping, beautiful trapping. If you come to the cultural center here,
Sure.
I got a good friend of ours, Welcome, down the road, does a lot of trapping, and he loves doing it. And there's different. He sells the pelts, and he uses the pelts, and he sells uses the meat. I'm assuming, but a lot of great way to do trapping here. The beautiful hollowed out canoes, the bark canoes,
Birch bark.
birch bark. And for the folks up north and over to the east, by the big lakes, by the big ponds, by the freshwater lakes, they have beautiful salmon. That's what we're going to be doing right now, is a nice slab of salmon. Salmon is the most forgiving of the fish. It's got those great omegas in there, so you can overcook it a tad bit, and it still comes out delicious. We're going to take our salmon fillet, and it's got the skin on it, so that it protects it from the heat protects the meat from the heat. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a knife, and I'll see if I can show it this way here. And all we're gonna do is work between the skin and the meat, and we're gonna make ourselves a nice little pocket. Now you can stuff this with anything you want. You can make a crab stuffing if you want. I've done that. I've made bread stuffings. We made a wild rice stuffing,
Yeah,
I think last
yeah.
year, that turned out just absolutely delicious. I was over at Turtle Lake.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was absolutely
good. That was
delicious.
delicious.
So you have a nice little pocket in there. A nice pocket in there. You can do just about anything. We're going to put the herb of remembrance in there. We're going to put a little rosemary so we remember all those who passed, so that during the holiday season, and a little fresh parsley. So this gets taken out at the end. It's just for a little bit of flavor. So we're just kind of packing some nice fresh herbs in there. So you can see where you could have had just about anything in there. Got one little piece of bone there we don't need. Why don't you grab me my oil over there, would you please?
What did you need?
The oil.
The oil it is, sir. There you be.
Can you take the cap off for
I
me
can
too?
take the cap off too.
Can you take a little drink and tell me it's
No,
spring,
it's all right,
spring
it's all right.
tonic?
I got to ride home with him.
Be a lot of stops all along the way.
Put the cap
Freddie.
on. Okay, so we have the oil on there to seal it up. We're going to add a little bit of Grandma Hazel's in there. You can add your own seasoning if you want to, but you can go to Grandma Hazel's. You can go online at maddogandmerrill.com and find out about that. And now you want to sweeten things up a little bit with salmon because it really does go well. So I'm going to drizzle a little honey over the top of that. This goes directly on the grates to the grill. A nice medium direct heat for about 15 minutes or so. Then you can maybe turn the heat off underneath it and just leave the other side on, or both outside
Yeah.
side. You know, do it indirect at the end if you want to. You can try flipping it if you want to, but that's up to you. We're gonna add a little brown sugar over the top. Wow. Now here's where it becomes interesting. These are bacon bits, because you can do just about anything. Salmon's a very hardy fish. And I'm gonna add some walnut pieces over the top and let those bake right on top. So I'm not gonna flip this one. I'm just
No.
gonna grill it just the way it's at. And I'm gonna seal it in.
Yeah.
It's like
No, that'll be really good. I really
I'm a
I like
drywaller.
the idea where we got the herbs for the pocket on there. I
For
mean,
flavor.
I can picture how that's going to taste out with all that in there.
I can't do it. I hope it's good. So that's going to go on the MHP grill, but with every good piece of slab of salmon or fish for the meal, you need a great salad.
You need a great salad, a nice healthy salad, you know. We got some wild rice here, we got some currants, and we got some walnuts. Wild rice, I'll tell you, it's unbelievable for the flavor on there, and with all the
For the
Maytel,
Ojibwa
all
here,
the-
for the Ojibwa here, it's Monona.
That's right.
Correct, Freddie?
Monoman.
Monoman. Thank you
Manolo,
very much
got
for the
it, you got it.
correction.
So anyway,
Monoman.
we'll get started here. I've got some currants, I've got some walnuts. I'll let you slide those in there.
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
sure,
Would
sure.
you
The
do
dried
that?
currants
Yeah.
with the
Oh,
wild rice,
Yeah.
with the
So I'll
walnuts.
start making a little bit of the dressing here, which will be really
Oops,
good.
sir. We gotta get a bread tie out of there.
No, I don't need that.
You want some fresh
I
mint
want,
cut up?
yes, I do want some, please. That in there. Obviously, there again, something all natural. You got the maple syrup. That's a really nice flavor to it. You really want the flavor. You don't want to really overdo it with the maple syrup. I'm not going
Boy,
to.
that mint smells delicious, man. Good choice.
It's even smell. Oh man, does that ever smell good?
I know. I wish my Aunt Julep were here.
Boy, I do too. Did you bring any vodka with you, Freddie boy?
No, it's all left
Bourbon.
behind, yes.
Okay, some Dijon mustard. A lot of things with mustard, like Dijon mustard on there. We got ourselves
Did
a
you put
little bit
oil
of
in there yet?
Yeah, a little bit of oil.
It was pretty nice. He took the cap off for you, you took the cap off for him.
That's teamwork.
It
Yeah,
really
that's
is.
brotherhood. That's
Yep,
brotherhood,
brotherhood.
Freddie.
You
Look
didn't
at a
have
little bit of
to say
black
a word.
pepper in here. Our garlic black pepper was really good. Like the flavor, we're going to shake that up. We're going to mix that, stir that around.
You know, we're filming during the COVID right now, and it's probably still COVID when this is because of the pandemic. But we just want to remind you folks to be safe, wear masks. When we're off the scene here and walking around, we put our masks on. We have them off now. Merrill and I both took our temperatures earlier today. Freddie took his temperature, and so did Mr. Rod Kolash over here. And it seems like we're all safe, and let's hope that stays true for everybody.
Yes. Hi, we're speaking to Emerson Coy, Director of Planning for Lochte Flambeau. Now, Emerson, you have a wonderful community. Tell us about what are some of these restrictions for us to visit.
Thank you, Merrill. Like most tourism destinations, we too have there's restrictions in place, of course. You have to wear a mask.
Tell us about the beautiful Lake of the Torches Resort and Casino. That's where we stayed at last night.
The Lake of the Torches Resort Casino has been open for business, and they want to serve their customers well. The machines are spaced out.
Emerson, your local museum and cultural center, just absolutely amazing. But it's currently open to the public, and what are some of the restrictions that exist?
We are very proud of our Museum and Culture Center. It is open with some restrictions because you do have to wear a mask and spatial distance. We allow 5 people in the museum at a time, but you can walk around, see the exhibits, interactive the exhibits, and put yourself back in time.
We'll be right back with more on Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'. Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'.
Fast Freddy on the keyboards,
got
Mr.
her.
Merrill, I'll be Mad Dog, and it's a holiday show to beat all holiday shows. And we're having a great time here today. Don't forget to go to natow.org. And we were just chatting outside with some of the folks from up here at Lac de Flambeau. And I'd like to say a special hello to Emerson from the village here, from the tribe, and also Diane, who's the rep for Natow. And of course, our host, Teresa, in the background, who opened up the beautiful center here, the cultural center in Lac de Flambeau, and it's great.
It's a
Great
beautiful
place.
cultural center.
And a many thanks to the holiday show, to our good friend Wes, Ron, and Wendy, and the gang at KVLY in Fargo, North Carolina.
Yes,
Thank you.
salut.
And for all you folks throughout the 35 states and 110 different markets who watch us, and throughout the United States and on the web, anywhere in the world, we appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Well, you know, we
do.
did a whole summer season in Hawaiian short sleeve shirts, outside in all the weather.
Right.
Here today, we're inside.
Wearing
and
flannel.
We're wearing flannel.
I'm warm as can be. I know, I understand, Freddie, I
I know.
understand.
Something's wrong with this picture here,
Hey,
man.
can I tell you something that's right? I can guarantee you this will be one of the best slabs of salmon you'll ever have.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
The honey that's on there, the maple syrup on there, the walnuts on there, the bacon that's on there, and the beautiful protein underneath there is phenomenal, and it was done. It took a little bit longer. It took probably about 25 minutes or so, and I didn't turn it, so it was a nice warm heat underneath, but it didn't damage the fish at all.
No, but I'll tell you what, the herbs that are underneath there, I think that's a great idea.
Yep, don't forget about that nice beautiful pocket of herbs in there. I'm not going to show you that, but
Yeah.
what I want to show you, these gorgeous little catfish, they turned out just wonderful, pan fried in there, and I flipped them over, and I could have taken them off probably about 5 minutes earlier, but we're hustling around here. This happens to be Merrill's beautiful
Yeah,
salad
boy, I sort of took a couple bites of that.
with the
That's
mint
great,
and the
man.
wild rice in there.
Oh,
It's
that
delicious.
was wonderful.
A stuffed squash for you folks that want to know how to do stuffed squash. Here's the way I do it. If I can do it with this, what I do is I know that's the way it works, though, friend. What I'm doing is cutting myself a flat surface so you don't go ooh when something else bad happens.
A swing, you know.
Oh, I'd hate to cut myself and all what you hear was this oop.
So you take the squash. I always cut a flat surface there, and I take a good paring knife, and you just hammer it down and skirt it around, and then you take a spoon. And I threw the seeds out to the squirrels, and they loved it, by the way.
Do you really?
Yeah, they ate them. What the heck?
Like a baby pumpkin.
No, they're squirrels. Jeez, Fred, they're squirrels, not baby pumpkins. This is like a baby pumpkin, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, this one is the butternut. That's the heartier squash. We kind of overcooked that baby there, but it done up nice. We got it on the grills outside for quite a while. But there you have a nice hollow little pocket right there. And because we're doing things that are more indigenous and from the earth, and that's what the Native Americans of Wisconsin, that's what Natow is all about, and that's one of their programs this year, is to make sure that we get out and about and enjoy their culture.
Sure.
And when you go to natow.org, you're going to learn about these good folks here at Lac de Flambeau, Emerson and Diane and them, who have all the great events throughout the summer, and places that you can head to for your entertainment, whether it's pulling slot machines, whether it's going to the powwows, whether it's going to sled races or something like that in the wintertime, or just enjoying the ice fishing and everything else that we talked about. But here's the squash right here. Simple little recipe. I'm gonna take some wild rice and toss a little wild rice in there. We'll do some nice little walnut pieces in there. And of course the red currants go inside of there. I'm gonna do a little bit of honey.
Good old honey.
And just a addition of maple syrup in the center. And that gets wrapped up in aluminum foil is the best way to do it. I did it indirect on the grill for All it has to be done is about 35 or 40 minutes in direct, or pop it in your oven at 350 in a foil.
Right.
These babies been on for a little bit longer than that. But I like my squash done.
Well, that is. Oh, you can make some patties.
Oh,
out of
hey,
these
hey,
babies.
speaking, look at that, look at that, look at that.
All right,
I
here we
forgot
go.
about
All right, now we're talking.
your cider.
There, look at this baby.
Man, oh man, I forgot
Look
about
at
your
this
cider.
baby.
Oh, you can smell the fresh herbs in there?
It's a little warm, man.
Yeah.
It's hot. She's hot.
I bet it is. That's the best china in the world, so don't
There
crack
you
it. Mr. Freddie,
Nothing but the best.
let's all get a little glass and toast everybody for the holidays, shall
Yeah.
I would have liked this when I was a skating guard. Remember that?
we? Oh, were you a skating guard? Is that when you and Buddy Holly were friends together?
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Yeah, my pleasure, Freddie.
I could see you as a skating
So
guard.
whatever your tradition is for the holidays, that's what you do, and pass those traditions on. That's what the Native Americans have been doing in Wisconsin and throughout the whole United States for the indigenous. They like to pass the traditions on. Happy holidays, Prost.
Happy
We'll be right
holidays,
back.
everybody.
Hey.
Happy holidays, folks. We'll see you down the road.
Happy holidays,
Happy sleigh
everybody.
ride.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.